The other day I was playing with my little daughter. She's 2.5 years old. She was wrestling with me and she's on my chest and we were having so much fun. And then all of a sudden the action slowed down a little bit and she stopped and she looked at me and she sneezed right in my mouth. And I threw up on her immediately. Not like a little puke, like a fire hydrant. I knocked her off my chest. It was that fast. It was that chew, blah. The reason I'm telling you this is my wife got mad at me for throwing up on her daughter. She was like, why? Why would you do, that's your own flesh and blood. Why would you throw up on her? Why would I throw up? This is not me not wanting to finish her tuna sandwich. Mucus that originated in her was launched unbeknownst to me right in my mouth, nothing but net, hit that little punching bag in the back. Why would I do? Why? Like I made a choice. Like I was sitting there. She sneezed in my mouth. I had time to think of it. It's just not right. You know what, honey? We should probably take some toys away from her. Teach her a lesson. You know what? Check that. I'm gonna throw up on her. You hold her legs. You hold her legs. I'm gonna get her. I got nothing. You gotta hold those chunky little legs, would you? I thought about both our actions, how similar they were, with different outcomes, right? Because the same body, it's so violent, the body reaction, but they're very similar in a sneeze and throwing up. But a sneeze is so enjoyable, and she did it the right way, too, because when you're young, you don't think to block a sneeze, and that's how you're supposed to sneeze. You're supposed to just let it go. That's why when we're home alone, that's what we do. We get the sneeze feeling, we're like, hey, nobody's here. I'm going, you just let it rip, and then you watch the pixie dust in the light for 20 seconds. Still can't feel my legs. This is awesome. This is euphoria. I'm good. Throwing up, man, that's a different story. Ooh, this was horrible. I went to took my kids to an amusement park, and we're there, and I know I can't do the rides like when I was young. I used to be able to do any ride, and I can't handle it anymore. I just can't do it. So I was like, I have to do something though. The day's starting to wrap up, and I gotta get on a ride because my son hasn't seen me go on a ride with him at all. We haven't done anything bonding together, and I'm like, I gotta pick one out quick and just be a man. So I'm like, I gotta go on some of these rides. So I started scouting them, and I was like, which ones could I do and not get sick? I was like, teacups, like they're out for sure. I'll throw up immediately. But then I saw the pirate ship. You ever see the pirate ship that goes back and forth? Yeah, no. I scouted it. Believe me, it's only 3 minutes, first of all, and it doesn't go up all the way around, which I was worried about. I thought it was going to go up over the top. It doesn't, and it's a very short ride. So I said, I'll do it. And I get my son, hey, you want to go be pirates, man? Let's do this. And he's like, yes, Dad, let's do it. So we get on the ship, and we buckle in, and we're like, yeah, let's do it. Boom. By the time the ride got here, I knew I made a massive miscalculation. And I just said, oh, this is not good. This is not good. I just knew, you know when you know you're gonna throw up, you're like, no. I was like, I can't do it. I had to buckle down. I gotta be strong about this. I can't. My son, he will remember this for the rest of his life. He'll remember the time Daddy threw up on the pirate ship. I can't do it. I gotta be a man. I sucked it up. I cared too much about him and his respect of me. By the time the ship got here, I didn't give a crap about my son. I didn't care about anybody in the world. The only two people I cared about was me and the kid in front of the red button who could stop this thing. But he's not looking at me because he's looking at his phone, probably on some carny dating site, just swiping. So now I'm really panicked. Then the ship went back one more time, and you know when you get that water in the back of your mouth? Kind of like vomit's way of ringing the doorbell, just kind of like, hey, how's it going? We're in the neighborhood. We're gonna be coming by in about a couple minutes or whatever. I don't know if you have a mint handy in the house. You might want to get a mint ready, because there's a whole bunch of us too, so you should probably leave the garage door open. We'll see you. Yeah, no, we're coming back. We are coming back. It's on. So I'm like, now I'm panicked. I'm going, how do I throw? I'm praying that there's a little girl in front of me. I'm hoping she throws up so I can piggyback my puke with hers and try to hide it from my son, because my son's here, I'm a big guy. If I can puke with her and throw it this way, or at least blame her, you know? She didn't puke, but I did. I threw up big in my mouth, and I swallowed it. Because that's what a man does.
think the most high I've ever been in public is a tie for first place. Okay, there's the first time I did MDMA, Molly. And the other time was when I went and saw the Tupac hologram at Coachella. So the first time I did Molly, it was like 10 years ago. I went to this comedy festival. And I bought a bunch of those little Molly pills. And I went to see a comedy show. And I was with my buddy Carl. I gave him a pill. I took a pill. And we felt like $1 million, right? Serotonin machine gun going off in my brain. And I felt so good that I turned to my friend and I go, dude, if we eat like 4 or 5 more of these little guys, we'll feel 4 or 5 times as good, my man. That's basic math, bro. So we fucking wolfed down a bunch more. What a fucking mistake. Because then my eyeballs started working independently like a chameleon. And I was like, ah, like David Attenborough from Planet Earth started narrating my thoughts. Like, this asshole is taking more drugs than he can handle. And now his heart will do a Slipknot drum solo. My eyes were doing like Diplo air horn sound drop. So I fucking panicked. I ran outside. My heart's beating out of my chest, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna have to go to the fucking hospital. I'm having a meltdown. And I go, no, I got it. I'll make myself throw up. Or we call it pulling the trigger, you know what I mean? Or at least that's what we called it in ballet class. I don't know what you guys call it, but... So I run outside, and I'm fucking slamming my finger in the back of my throat. The problem was I had so much MDMA coursing through my veins, it wasn't making me throw up. It just felt like I was hitting a hidden G-spot in the back of my throat, and my uvula was like a giant clitoris. So I was just like, and I've never come harder in my entire life. First and only time I have ever achieved orgasm. Thank you.
I'm gonna be indulgent and tell a story that's just a true story. It's about one of my sisters. I have 3 sisters. This is about one of them. I won't say which one, but her name is Jodine. Jodine went to Boston University, and if you're familiar with BU, they have co-ed dorms, which most universities have now, but they have co-ed bathrooms in the co-ed dorms. And Jodine got the drunkest she had ever been her freshman year, like so many freshmen do. And she stumbled back to her room, and she managed to get her jeans off, and just passed out in a t-shirt and underwear. And a few minutes later, the room started spinning, and she ran to the bathroom, and she started throwing up, and she's vomiting. And while she's vomiting, she can feel that somebody is tugging her underwear down. But she couldn't turn around or stop it because she was throwing up so hard. And she's vomiting, and they're tugging her underwear down. It's going down, all the way down to the ground. And she finally finishes throwing up, and she whips her head around to see who's there. But she didn't see anybody because she had been shitting herself. That's a true story. I'm gonna say, like, I would call that a relief laugh. Right? Like a release laugh. Oh, I know that I'm your show, but you have to understand, like, you're my show, and you were so beautiful. You had so much empathy. You were so worried. You could hear a pin drop in the story. It was so nice, and I understand. You thought she was going to get raped, and she thought she was going to get raped. She thought she was about to get raped, and I've really thought about this, and I think this may be one of the only scenarios where you can look down at a pair of underwear just filled with your own shit and think, oh, thank God. Oh, my God.